Hi guys, welcome back to Next Director's Chat. I'm looking at the space world of Tim Hill, so let's get into it. Welcome back to next episode directed to my director with Tim Hill. But you don't get to subscribe and click on my algorithm. So I'm gonna go through all his movies and get self-awareness to start. So in 1997 we had Action League Now Rocker Big Baby, which Action League Now was a show on Nickelodeon Air from 1975-2002. He did a short film. I put this there because I couldn't find a short picture of the short. I haven't seen the short, so I just put it there. So yeah. So in 1999 we had Muppets from Space, alternatively known as The Muppets from Space, is an American science fiction comedy film directed by Tim Hill in his feature film directorial debut. It stars Dave Goelz, Steve Whitmire, Bill Barretta, Frank Oz, Jeffrey Tambor, F. Murray Abraham, David Arquette, Josh Charles, Hollywood Hogan, Ray Liotta, and Andy McDowell. It made $22.3 million, $24 million budget, making a box office failure and received mixed reviews from critics. Many consider it the weakest theatrical Muppet movie. It's the last Muppet film to have the involvement of Oz and Joe, and the last theatrically released Muppet film to be produced by the Jim Henson Company before the franchise was acquired by the Walt Disney Company in 2004. I've not seen this movie, I don't know if it's going on. Then in 2001 we had Max Keeble's Big Move, which was a comedy film, and it starred Alex D. Lenz, Larry Miller, Jamie Kennedy, Nora Dunn, and Robert Carradine. It made $18.6 million, $25 million budget. It received mixed reviews from critics. I actually did watch this a few years back in 2022 on Disney Plus, and I actually did like this movie. Josh Peck's in this as well. This was before he was a Drake and Josh. I think it was during the Amanda show. So Max Keeble's Big Move. Then in 2006 we had Garfield: A Tale of Two Kitties. Released in some countries, Garfield 2 is a venture comedy film. Is the sequel to Garfield the movie from 2004, and it stars Breckin Meyer, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Billy Connolly, Bill Murray, and Tim Curry. It made $143.3 million, $60 million budget, and the film was panned by critics. But while it failed to achieve the commercial success of its predecessor, it was still a box office success. And I do like this movie. I think this is probably superior to the first one. I do really like the first one. The Garfield Tale of Two Kitties. Then in 2007 we had Alvin and the Chipmunks, which was a live-action anime jukebox musical comedy film. It's the first installment in a live-action film series of Alvin and the Chipmunks. It stars Jason Lee, David Cross, Cameron Richardson, Justin Long, Matthew Gray Gabler, and Jesse McCartney. It made $361.3 million, $60 million budget. The film received generally negative reviews from critics who criticized the film's humor and rehashed kids' movie formula. Across his performance as well received general praise. And it was the third best-selling DVD of 2008 in the United States. Obviously, it was followed by 3 sequels, which they weren't directed by Tim Hill. So I think this is probably the best one of the 4 of them. So he goes on Chipmunks. Then 2011 we had Hop, which was a live-action animated Easter fantasy comedy film. And it starred James Marsden, Russell Brand, Kelly Cuoco, Hank Azaria, Gary Cole, Elizabeth Perkins, David Hasselhoff, Chelsea Handler, and Hugh Laurie. It made $184.4 million, $63 million budget. It received generally negative reviews from critics. During its theatrical run, it was a box office success. This was Illumination's first and only live-action film, which I actually do like this movie. It's kind of like Alvin and the Chipmunks. I do like this movie. I don't know why everyone hates it. I do like this movie. Then in 2020, we had the SpongeBob movie Sponge on the Run, which is an animated adventure comedy film based on the television series SpongeBob SquarePants, the third in the SpongeBob SquarePants film series. And it stars Tom Kenny, Awkwafina, Matt Berry, Clancy Brown, Roger Bombas, Snoop Dogg, Bill Fagerbakke, Tiffany Haddish, Caroline Lawrence, Mr. Lawrence, Keanu Reeves, Danny Trejo, and Reggie Watts. It made $4.9 million, $60 million budget. Originally saved for a worldwide theatrical release by Paramount Plus, plans would change due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The film was released theatrically in Canada on August 14, 2020, and digitally on Netflix and other territories on November 5, 2020. It was released as a premium video on demand offering at a Paramount Plus launch site in the United States on March 4, 2021. It received generally positive reviews from critics with praise for the animation loyalty to the series. I do think this is the weakest out of the 3. I think 1 is good and 2 is better. I feel like the big problem with this one is the setup to the spin-off series Count Coral. We are getting the sequel Search for SquarePants. That will not be directed by Tim Hill. This came on Netflix when I watched it, and I actually didn't like it. So Finally, 2020, we had The War with Grandpa, which is a family comedy film. It stars Robert De Niro, Uma Thurman, Robert Riggle, Oakes Fegley, Laura Morano, Cheech Marin, Jane Seymour, and Christopher Walken. It made $43.4 million, $38 million budget, and it received generally negative reviews from critics. And I've not seen this movie, so yeah. So that's pretty much it. So guys, thanks for watching our video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.